Live. Where's this light coming from? It's like the light of Jesus.
It's not right there.
Huh? Yeah, no, but why is it so bright? Is this better? Yeah, but better. Or I can try something.
As soon as the light changes,
It starts fuzzing.
it starts auto-focusing. T Pepperoni, Jay-Z85, Liban Youssef.
Youssef
third
is
place
bit,
today. Third place.
It's okay. All right.
Maurizio.
I'm a little disappointed. I thought he was going to donate $51 just to one-up the
Just to
president.
beat the president.
Or maybe they're equals. They're equals.
Thank you, Jay-Z.
He needed it yesterday all day.
I couldn't change out of my clothes from yesterday.
Buonasera, Dylan. Buonasera.
Dylan. What's up, brother?
We were at 11 viewings and now we're down to 8. They're like, what the fuck is this shit? Buonasera, gentlemen. Finally not working on a Monday night.
Scoletti.
Simon. That's Simon.
Scoletti.
Simon Coletti.
Oh, Simon Coletti.
It's okay.
Well,
All these.
I don't know what to tell you. Scoletti. That's what his name is.
Bon. Or almost we're nice and early.
The Jello. We didn't make it, Liban. We didn't make it.
No. But it was very nice.
Valiant effort.
Yeah. Almost $1,900. We'll talk about it later. It was. Forget the fact that we were in the freezing cold yesterday the whole day. We're sore, but it was a great feeling, and I got to give somebody. You would volunteer. Yeah. I told him that your straps broke because you were flexing too much.
Yeah.
No homesick. I'm here for the first
Monday
time.
Night Football. There's Monday Night Football tonight. Colts Saints.
Pasquale, first time. Thank you very much.
Good stuff, Pasquale. Good stuff.
All right, so might as well get this show on the road because we're still achy. We're all right. So let's do this, Signora Bolillo. Let's do this. Whenever you're ready.
Hold on.
I don't know why the slide of God is coming on from. Actually, how can I do it? No, it doesn't work. Oh yeah, we gotta turn on the. Good thinking there, Steve. Good thinking. Oh, yeah, we're ready. Let's go. Happy birthday, Milan. Cari amici sportivi. Welcome yet to another Milan Weekly Podcast. Here we talk everything Milan. 120 years old, Milan. 7 points out of 9, Milan. And when we're not professionals,
nor do we pretend to be.
All right, I think it's. Can we go maybe dark this way? Are we too dark this way? I don't know. It just seems like let's go this way. See the way it zooms in and zooms out. Stevie P, Vinny T, faithfully here after a long ass day yesterday, the toy and food drive. And yes, as always, we're not professionals.
Nor do we pretend to be.
So before we begin, guys, yesterday, 9 o'clock sharp, me and Steve outside in the trucks. We posted a couple of pictures and videos for you guys to see. It was freezing cold. Steve started feeling pain in places he did not know about before, I believe you were saying. So great feeling, 3 trucks load. We collected a total of $1,880. And I'd just like to give a quick last shout out to everybody. Nick Bagnoli, Maurizio from Toronto, Presidente, Luis Orozco. I do not know who you are, but thank you. Your in-laws, Jan, Anthony, Anonymous. We gotta figure out what this Anonymous is. Riccardo Connetta, Anthony Del Popolo, Rick Ragozzino, Lian, Gigi Lapatat, Frank, even Gigi Lapatat, we don't know who he is. Frank Antelope from Toronto, the Magris, my mom, my grandmother, my aunt, Mike Zingo, Donato, Milan Legend, Sergio Fusco, Francis, that Snake, Eric Coloccio, Daniel Caramanez, Giuseppe Pietro Antonio, Ricky Fazi, Joseph Giannini, Benny Lombardi, Juan Carlos Martinez, Tommy, Sabrina, and Vince Gattuso. To guys, everybody, thank you.
Milan Club New York as well.
Milan Club New York. How can I forget? Yes, Milan Club New York that we donated on each other's behalf. Sorry. It was a long. It was a long day, so we're still freezing. Steve, you're still wearing the hat because it's still feeling the cold. You're okay.
Frozen. Someone posted that I look like I'm gonna go kill a seal.
That was our Russian / Cuban spy there. And so basically, guys, it was a great feeling. And to maybe next year we come up with a maybe more reasonable target, Steve.
No, we're going back next year with 3,000 for the Jello pool.
For the Jello pool, okay. So we're gonna go with that. And before we get into the 120th celebration of Milan, the somewhat lackluster result on Sunday, we did watch on replay. But in the end, guys, before we do all of this, right? We got a couple of presidential points this week. And Steve, it's the 120th birthday of Milan. And, we
and it's our 120th episode, I think.
Is it? Look at that.
Even if we wanted to plan it, it was not going to be this way.
Now, some people, from afar, social media, celebrating happy birthday, Milan, happy birthday, Milan. But I believe that you have a tale to tell us today about somebody that did not just stop at, going on social media and posting about the Passion 120.
No.
To our beloved. So please, before I let you go on, bring out your inner Bob Ross for everybody's.
So we're going to give a shout out to the digital media team at Milan for coming up with this great hashtag.
Yes.
Passion 120. They were featured on the cover of Corriere dello Sport.
Mm-hmm.
That poor newspaper that could do no right. But they did something right. Basically posted the digital media team with their Passion 120. There was great filters on Instagram. I'm going to give them their passion.
Yeah.
And give them their credit when credit is due. But they got outdid.
Can you please paint us a picture and tell us how they got outdid?
So Presidente, to combat and to try to get his Lasallians all together, came out with his own hashtag.
What?
He came out with his own hashtag.
Okay.
Hashtag Il Presidente, the accounting machine, 1899, I have hair on my chest. That's his hashtag, Vinny. And he was partying like it's 1899 and threw his own party.
He threw his own party.
So, guys, he was full-fledged canottiere from 1899. See-through with the stains. He brought back the stains. He had the robe, the burgundy robe, tied at his waist with the flip-flops and the white socks. Little Presidente was showing him videos of back in the day when Presidente used to hunt his own food. No going to the grocery store for Presidente. He would kill his own cattle. He rolled them in with no dogs. He chased them one by one, jumping on their backs and biting their necks.
How is this for a party like it's 1899?
1899, baby. He loves it.
Oh, so he brought it back to 1899.
He brought it back to 1899.
Was he still playing this music in the background?
No. There was a fisarmonica playing. He got someone from a banda gentile to come. Vinny, they roasted castagne, a little bit of lupini. Salted lupini. He took out the good lupini, not the water one. Salted lupini.
Oh, so Presidente partied like it was 1899. And thank you, Steve, for letting us know of all these... how would we know all these things if it wasn't for you and these tales of Il Presidente? Happy 120th to Jens Yao, Donato, ciao a te, and Liban Youssef. I think he took a bad that Liban Youssef, he was the third one on. Every week is always the first one on. So guys, and hello Sabrina, Gio, can't wait for Tommy the Legend. He's got the fan club going on. He's got the fan club. Presidential point numero uno. Not rising to the occasion. You figure with over 60,000 fans in attendance at San Siro celebrating the 120th anniversary, the players would have sufficient motivation to perform, but unfortunately that was not the case. Apart from the bad luck of Leao and questionable refereeing, many players had a mediocre performance. Question, how are you feeling this evening? Glass half full, Milan getting 7 points out of 9 in the past 3 games, or upset that Milan failed to capitalize when the opportunities present themselves? Steve?
I feel half glass full, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
7 out of 9 is not bad. I would have preferred they win this last game against Sassuolo, just because we have a tough tie against Atalanta. We know that Milan really doesn't favor those midday games, and Atalanta is going to be coming off a loss to Bologna, so they're going to want to get some points back
after drawing Valencia. Nice little draw for them.
Nice little draw for Atalanta and Valencia. But I think that if it would have been maybe the tie in between the 2 wins, we would have been a little bit more positive. So I think we have to take them and digest them in 3 game spurts. 7 out of 9 is not bad. I watched the game. I was not able to see it live, so I watched a little bit of it while chasing my 2 kids around the house. So imagine how detailed I could have been for this. But guys, we're gonna have games like this where
we couldn't.
Unfortunately, the luck is not going to be on our side.
We couldn't buy a goal. Now when we talk about refereeing and Benacer missing that open net, Leao with the 2 posts, Piontek seeming to trying a lot harder. But guys, we could take a look at the VAR decision. But at one point, even Benacer, he got really lucky because I thought it was going to be a penalty for Sassuolo. I believe there were bad calls, but I believe they were on both sides. A lot of yellows. I don't understand why he was so yellow happy, the referee. But in the end, I kept on looking. It was I rewatched the replay on DAZN, and there's 10 minutes left, and I'm like, well, isn't this typical? I go, should I start laughing now that we've taken all these shots on goal and they're going to take that one chance? And Gigio stood on his head a couple of times. And the other goalie, again, it just seems that everybody becomes Gigi Buffon in his prime when they play against us. We just couldn't capitalize, and it's just, yes, 7 points out of 9 is good. But now we're going against an Atalanta. Maybe, if we would have got these 9 points, if we would have to lose against Atalanta, it would still hurt. But, still 9 points out of 12.
You understand? And now we dropped 2 points against Sassuolo. Sassuolo's been tough against other teams as well. They tied Cagliari too. Not saying, Milan and Cagliari are at the same level right now. Cagliari has been playing very well as well, and they got them to a tie as well. Sassuolo has always been tough for Milan. At home, again, I do agree with the Presidente. Yes, the whole 120, get jazzed up for the game and listen to the music, listen to the fans. But unfortunately, the fans can't score goals.
No.
And our players, and there's a great comment here by Pasquale, if our players would be able to kick with both feet, we would have had 3 goals. I agree with you 100%, Pasquale, because a lot of the chances, unfortunately, were on the player's weaker foot, and it did not go our way. I've seen multiple teams throughout Serie A in those types of games, for some reason, grind out that 3 points and win. Sometimes Milan's just missing that final gear to it's already hard for us to score.
Yeah.
It's already hard for us to score. And in games like this, when you can kind of feel it. Now, watching it on replay is a bit different. So I'm going to refer to everybody who saw it live. You sit down and you get this feeling sometimes that, things are just not going to go our way today. And then seeing the crossbar by Leao, the post by Leao. Can the guy buy a break?
No,
he finally got onto the pitch, again in a substitute role, and actually created something and was inches away from having 2 goals.
But I think that you're saying creating something, Çalhanoğlu, it's enough, guys. It's enough. It's like to see that disappointed face every single time. Some shots were kind of on target. It's like, and even Paquetá, we're going to get into it. I'm sorry, guys. Paquetá, it's not for you to start doing Fantasia things when they're 15 minutes late. And But why why not Leao could have came in for Çalhanoğlu? Why not even Suso was, I don't know, it was just inexisting.
Çalhanoğlu
Yeah.
looks like he just wants to get on the stat sheet. He doesn't care from where he shoots. He doesn't care. I'm saying he doesn't care. The way he's taking those shots, it doesn't seem like he has that confidence. Doesn't seem like he's going for goal. His main goal is to hit the target.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you're just going to hit the target, you're going to end up 9 times out of 10 probably hitting the goaler. And the goaler is not making miraculous saves on Çalhanoğlu. He's making routine stops.
Yeah.
They're not even dangerous to create another chance for, let's say, someone like Piontek to pick up the garbage, Kessie, Jack, so on and so forth. They're just shots on net to say, I took a shot on net. That's not good enough.
But to me, even to take off Kessie, which, wasn't having the greatest of games, I get it. But why take off Kessie when, I don't know if Rebic was available to play on that wing or even put Leao onto the wing. I don't know. But point number 2, Paquetá. Lots of hype regarding Paquetá when he was acquired a year ago. We were patient with him, given he had just finished the Brazilian League season. Fast forward to today, and we are growing concerns. Paquetá is a bust. Still need some more time and patience with our Brazilian talent because we start saying he might not be as good as advertised.
We cannot start saying that he's not as good as advertised. He has not been playing well this year. Guys, you have to also face it. He's been to 3 coaches in a span of 2 years.
Okay.
He started with Gattuso. He went to Gianpaolo.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're at Pioli. That's 3 different coaches. He needs a bit of continuity and he needs a little bit of confidence.
But Steve, coaching changes do not defer the fact that you're trying to do these back heels, these nutmegs. There was a play there that it was in our own defensive zone, and he's taking the ball and he's trying to dribble past players, and he gave it cheaply right back to him. And
that's unfortunately coaching, because someone has to sit the guy down and say, this is not the Brasileiro. This is not Brazil. Brazil, that's the way they get out of trouble. They get out of trouble by themselves, but everybody is on the same page.
Yeah.
In Italy, you cannot get away with stuff like that. The mediocre and the bottom table teams are that good enough to make you pay for those mistakes. That's something that, someone has to knock them out of that. Someone has to say, this is not the Brasileiro. And I would assume that he has not earned a starting spot because of these brain farts, because of these giveaways, because of what he's been trying to do. Fantasia is something that we all love, but there's a time and a place. And I agree. In the defensive zone, absolutely not. If I'm a coach, if I'm Pioli and I have the testicular fortitude, which I think he has, you're not going to see Paquetá the next game. Mind you, because he took a stupid yellow card at the end of the game.
Yep.
So he's going to be suspended for an Atalanta game where I think...
Hernandez, too, is suspended.
And Hernandez is suspended, too, because Milan just collects yellow cards.
Yeah.
If we would collect as many goals as we collect yellow cards, I don't think we would be in 10th place.
Dylan says Çalhanoğlu is a plank, useless, yet playing 90 minutes still. And, we just kept on
100%.
talking about...
We've been saying it, Dylan, for quite a bit of time. There's some more comments up here. Hold on. What happened?
What are you doing? Are you okay there? No, it's we went through these. No, I was just saying it's like, Paquetá has been showing a lot of, rookie mistakes, and he's being penalized for it. This is but because Çalhanoğlu's been the team for 2-3 years.
But that's what we've been saying in terms of you got to treat these guys the same way. I don't think Çalhanoğlu has done more than Paquetá in terms of consistency of play.
Yeah. Maybe
Çalhanoğlu is not Fantasia, but 9 times out of 10, guys, he's bringing us nothing.
It's just, we want to be positive and from the results, but I'm sorry, guys. I was just we left it way too much to chance, and a team that would be better than Sassuolo might have hurt us in the last 10 minutes.
We would have probably lost that game.
That's what I'm getting at. So, you want to give him? Why don't we just give him a call straight away? He's probably waiting. Let's give him a call, guys, and see what he thinks, Mr. Tommy, because I know he was watching the game. He's not on the. He's not on the.
He was there.
He was there, Tommy.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Buonasera, Mr. Tommy. How are you on this fine, cold Monday night?
Very good, guys. And what about you guys?
No, we're still a bit freezing from last night, but we're in good spirits. It was a great little event.
Sore.
Yes.
Congratulations to both of you for for the food drive yesterday.
Well, no,
good.
it
was
wasn't
good. It was for a good cause.
Congratulations
to both of you.
It wasn't congratulations to us. It was mostly about other people. We're just glad to help out, and maybe next year we'll have Tommy time directly from the truck.
We will.
But I know that you were able to watch the game live. We were just talking about Paquetá. What do you feel about Paquetá, Tommy? You feel like we should still give him a chance?
Here we go this week. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. Paquetá is Paquetá. Sometimes yes, I agree, a bit too much of a Brazilian and La Fantasia. But that's how Brazilians are. If you look at Brazil, that's the way they are. They play the samba with the ball. It's in their blood, and nobody's going to change that. Not Pioli, not Gianpaolo, not Gattuso, nobody. But to play Çalhanoğlu, that does absolutely nothing, and you keep Paquetá on the bench, that's a real no-no. So if you ask me, I would prefer having a guy who plays samba with the ball on the field than somebody who's an invisible guy that you don't even see. That is there, does absolutely nothing.
But if
zero. Sta persona completamente un zero.
But if
and the other guy, and you get another guy like Suso. This guy is another one. He's questo è un altro zero.
But
francamente, ragazzi.
But Tommy,
if Milan cannot beat Sassuolo at San Siro, these are 3 points that you have to pick up. Now, we've been talking 7 out of 9 or whatever. But these are games that you have to win. If you have to get to the Champions League, if you have to make the Cups next year, these are games, especially at the year, you cannot drop them. You cannot drop them because these are where you could capitalize and get some points. Because look what happened at the end.
100%, Tommy.
By 1 point, we didn't make the Champions League.
But so you're saying that you would prefer to have a Paquetá on, trying to do a fantasista
all the time.
that might give up a goal?
Between Paquetá and Çalhanoğlu, I would prefer to have Paquetá on the field and Çalhanoğlu put him in the stand.
But Paquetá, what? You playing like a winger?
Non me ne frega, lo gioco come lo devo giocare. But I would keep him on the field. If I have to choose between Çalhanoğlu and Paquetá, it's an obvious reason. It's an obvious say that this guy, Çalhanoğlu, he hasn't built nothing. He hasn't done nothing. No fa un cazzo in niente. Week after week, it's the same fucking story. So just fucking put him out. Throw him out. Put him in the bench. I don't know. Maybe use him the last 10 minutes of the game. That's all.
Well, we're gonna have to use Çalhanoğlu next week because Paquetá is yellow carded out.
But you see the difference with that is that we make that change, Kessie Paquetá, right?
Yeah.
And we keep on putting Paquetá closer to our goal. And we keep on complaining that he's doing La Fantasia closer to our goal. I'm not an engineer. I'm not the most intelligent person in the world. But if he's Brazilian and he likes to do La Samba and he wants to play on this field, and we know that he can give more than Çalhanoğlu, just put him on that left wing where we've needed a left winger for who knows how long, and let him run. Let him stay. Let him do the Samba in their final third, not our final third.
Exactly, Steve. You see?
So now we're gonna have to figure out Noti or Hernandez. Noti or Hernandez against that.
It's sad. When your only defenseman, which is the brightest player out there that we had this year, Hernandez, has to come up from the back and do everything by himself and almost score when your forwards can do nothing.
Yeah.
It's sad because a defenseman The defenseman shouldn't do that. The defenseman is there to defend. Yeah, he's going to get some chances. But here, what I'm seeing is that he's creating his own chances. And every game, he's becoming very, very unpredictable.
So
he's better than Piontek, for heaven's sakes, in the front.
So,
but and then there's another thing. If Milan doesn't make the Champions League this year or even in 2 years, how long do you think that we're going to keep Fernandez? I don't think if Milan doesn't go anywhere, a year or two, he's gone to. So, you know what I mean? It's good to have talent. I really think he's one of the best talents we ever picked up this year. But if we are not going anywhere, I don't think he's going to stick around for too long.
Well, we'll see. Let's take it one game at a time. Against Atalanta, we'll have no Paquetá, no Hernandez, and no Benacer. They're still counting on those ones there. But 6:30 in the morning, I know Gio.
Are you guys going to be there?
I'm gonna be there because I like to wake up early. I'm gonna be. I think Tommy would. I think you'd be there at 6:30 in the morning. No.
I would be there. Yeah, I would be there. What about you guys?
Me, I'm going to be there. Steve, he's got a family and 2 kids, so I seriously doubt he'll be there at 6:30 in the morning. Who knows? Maybe in a surprise.
Maybe.
And no, we'll definitely be there. So let's hope that we get at least some sort of result against Atalanta. But, everybody's still waiting for your segment, Mr. Tommy. This week in Cadaver history.
This week in Cadaver history, I'm going to bring back a player that was in Milan back in 97. Nel 1997. Togoli, Taibi. They came to Milan. He was supposed to be the biggest star, l'uomo che cacciava I palloni dentro le porte.
Nice.
Quello che faceva miracoli. He came to Milan. He was a complete disaster. He came in 1 year and they just threw him out to the wolves the next year because they finally figured out that this guy, he was a one-time wonder.
That's Gabriel's cousin.
Exactly.
And
this guy, they went and get Taib and they went and sit Pavarotti on the bench. I mean, what a disaster.
And so you see, where would all these young fans be without these history lessons from Tommy? And I know that you.
Once again, young gentleman, once again.
La Juventus è capolista, is that what you're going to say?
Dobbiamo decidere e dobbiamo vedere la settimana prossima contro l'Atalanta che facciamo. Dobbiamo vincere. There's no way back here. We cannot afford to lose another 3 points.
No.
Atalanta is on a slump. Last week they lost. So now if they make a mistake, we should capitalize on that. I think Milan will come out with a good result against Atalanta next week.
We all hope so. And Tommy,
no more. We cannot allow any more mistakes. We're in 10th place. We caught up with Napoli. Napoli's in complete shambles. I don't understand the code change they did. They went and changed $1 for a nickel. Which I was really stupid on that part because Ancelotti is a great coach, and I don't think Gattuso even comes down to the mere ankle of Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Parliamoci francamente. Quella è stata una stronzata totale del Napoli.
But yeah,
we did. Yes, guys.
But Tommy, I just want to know one final thing. Campione d'inverno, who's it gonna be? Nessuno, ma Juventus caught up, they're tied.
Perché non mi piace né l'Inter, ma un pochettino non mi piace né l'Inter né la Juventus, ma la Juventus è completamente per me una merda totale. L'Inter c'è spero perché a me è una merda lo stesso. So for me, nessuno.
So nobody, let's stay tight for the Campione d'Inverno. Tommy, always a pleasure. Gio says hi all the way from California. And he says he still wants his Tommy Time T-shirts. We'll see what we can do.
Well, guys, the pleasure was all mine. And once again, with 2 fine gentlemen out there. You guys are the best. Keep it up, guys.
Thank you, Tommy. Have yourself a good night.
Ciao.
Ciao. That's why our lighting is all screwed up. We're not centered with the my God, we're not professional, nor do we pretend to be. So let's have a look. What do we have over here on the...
Frank Antelope over here.
What did he say, Frank? Frank, if Pioli wants a defensive midfielder, that's the Brazilian, then go and get Casemiro or convince Emerson to come out of retirement. You don't expect a creative midfielder to defend. That cadaver has to perform.
I agree. He's playing in the wrong spot.
He's 100% on that one. And before we get into anything else over there,
Gio says we're gonna be slow on Sunday, 3:30 a.m. start in California. Oh boy, Gio.
Don't drink the night before. Just from
Jay-Z
experience.
says Piatek only scores on penalties. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what's his problem. I hope Lyon beat the hell out of Juve. I don't think Liban that's gonna happen, but you never know. Lyon is a different team in Champions League than they are in the French league.
They're gonna be backs. Colin had sent us a message, Steve. Right, guys, like other clubs around the world, we had a great turnout for the 120th anniversary match. It was great to see all the past legends at halftime. To see everyone holding the scarves gave me goosebumps. As for the game, another win within our grasp, but we fell short again in the final third. I know it doesn't even come close to how I felt at full time. The referee and VAR were questionable too. I'm not making excuses, but if he gives Kessie a handball for a ball hitting his hand like that, then Milan should have had a penalty for the Sassuolo handball in the box, which referee just waved on. And that's 100%. It just felt like, it touched his, butt, but the way he came out and anyways. And last but not least.
Oh, you're going to play it? Okay, good.
We're going to play it over here. This is from that Pezzo di Pane Adriano that was there live.
Podcast, the Pezzo di Pane Adriano here.
Live
actually from the beautiful country of Italy. Before starting, I just want to give a huge shout out and huge congrats to Steve and Vince for their hard work with the Student Food Drive this year. Collecting nearly $2,000 is honestly amazing. And I'm sure the people at Southside Cafe definitely appreciate all your hard work that you guys have done, last year and even into this year. So, it's for a great cause, and, really proud that you guys were able to do that. So, honestly, a big, shout out for you guys. Going on. I mean, I got the opportunity to come to Italy and obviously for, I guess, a little vacation and tour a bit of different cities, and got to go to a couple games. But for me, the most important one was yesterday's game at San Siro, Milan Sassuolo. For myself, being the first time going to the stadium and experiencing what it's like to be a Milan fan at San Siro. So I actually got in, being so fortunate to go to this game, celebrating the 120-year anniversary of the club, was absolutely amazing. Every single spectator got a scarf dedicated towards the 120th anniversary. So I thought that was honestly a cool little gift for all the fans. And there was nearly 60,000 people at the stadium. So it was roaring. It was, pretty packed. So the atmosphere throughout the whole game honestly was electric, and it was just crazy. You never expect to be in a stadium that packed with all the cheering, all the chants, good and bad, I guess you can say, because it's not the result we as fans wanted there with the 0-0, but and with the VAR call taking off Hernandez's goal there. But nevertheless, I think for myself, I have to say, going to the stadium first time, I don't think I'll ever walk into a stadium again and have that feeling of just taken aback and just wow, I guess you can say. So
I'm just talking, and I think that's all we strive for. That feeling, walking in his first ever game, celebrating the 120th anniversary of Milan, and
I wonder if he knew.
Huh?
I wonder if he knew when he bought those tickets.
Ahead of time? Probably not.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
going
a good
from
surprise,
over here.
It couldn't have happened to a better guy, though.
My leg dog runs faster than Cassie. Sorry, I know he's like 5 minutes long, Adriana.
We're going to put it at the end of the podcast.
We're going to put it at the end of the podcast. So let's go have a look here directly to the Twitter machine. Where are we?
While Vince looks at that, the YouTube comments.
Yes.
Predicted lineup. Edwin wants a predicted lineup versus Atalanta.
I know it's coming up on the questions too there, but it's going to be... Çalhanoğlu and Sousa are going to start, guys, no matter how you
I'll
look at
be
it.
very shocked if we don't see Ricardo Rodriguez at left back.
Well, what else are you going to put?
Well, that's it.
You're going to have Ricardo Rodriguez, Conte. Even Musacchio didn't have that great of a game, too.
No. Musacchio, Romagnoli. And in the midfield, I wouldn't change anything right now. Well, you have no choice, but you have to...
Unless you move back, no, you're going to put Kessie. Unless you bench Kessie, you put Çalhanoğlu in the midfield and you put Leao as a winger. We need a result, guys, so he's going to have to come out swinging, no?
I don't know.
Ian Ferraro.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Roberto Pelusi.
Pelusi.
Today is my birthday, and it's fitting that I love our beloved AC Milan.
Roberto.
Happy birthday, Roberto.
Today, you're mooching off Presidente's birthday.
Yeah.
Presidente too, so even him, he's partying like it's 1899.
Probably. Gattuso for Ancelotti is like replacing Mercedes for a Ford Escape. Frank Cantaloupe.
Yassine, what is he saying there? Just playing Paquetá, left wing Leao, Castillejo. Yeah, you know what? The Rebic, Castillejo is always off the bench, and Yassine, if I'm not mistaken, from India.
Yeah.
From our last time.
And you know what? I'd like to see Krunic back. I think it was he unfairly lost his spot.
So maybe Krunic but more in the midfield, right? Maybe taking Kessie's spot. Ian Ferraro says, "Thank you, fine gentlemen, for raising money for the food and toy drive. You're welcome. I think Leao should be starting as a striker or left wing. I think it's obvious that he has more talent than Piontek and needs to develop. Hakan has been average at best and inconsistent." Thoughts? Well, Hakan, I think you know our thoughts about. You think Leao should be starting as a striker or left back? Well, let me put it this way, guys. The first couple of times we saw Leao came off the bench and we're like, oh my God, okay, we got something. And those few times he started,
then it dipped.
It dipped completely.
Dipped again.
So starting, if he would have to start maybe off on the wing, but then it's like, if something happens striking wise, what are we going to do? Right? You're going to put in Rebic as the striker?
At this point, we need results, Vinny. So I'm always of the favor of starting Leao and Piontek together to see exactly what can come out of it. Is it the right call? I don't know because I'm not 100% convinced that Leao and Piontek can play together. I just don't see them on the same page. Do you want to light a fire up Piontek's ass? On Sunday against Atalanta, Leao starts because that's going to be a game for him. Atalanta's dynamic. Atalanta's well organized. Atalanta defends well. It's going to be hard for Piontek to get on the end of balls. He's had probably his best game with Milan against Atalanta last year with Gattuso. That was probably Milan's best game that we've seen in the past 3 years. What are we going to see tomorrow? For me, guys, I have this game over here. And I'm going to tell you why I have this game. Guys, we are AC Milan. We're 120 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We have 7 Champions League trophies.
Count them.
And we are scared to play Atalanta. I am fed up of this attitude. I am fed up of this team being scared to play a team like Atalanta. And to put the cherry on this cake, not only are we playing Atalanta, but Atalanta's playing Champions League games at our San Siro.
If that doesn't...
I am fed up of this. I like the story. I like the fairy tale. Yeah, they're Italian. Guys, Milan is not playing in the Champions League. Atalanta is playing in the Champions League at the San Siro. This pisses me off, guys. It may not be a popular opinion.
We spoke about this. I wasn't for them playing in the San Siro.
Everybody is, you got to get that. Go get your own stadium. Go get your own stadium. I'm fed up of seeing you there. I'd rather the San Siro stay empty. Imagine. And how bad, we're not in the Champions League. So let's get rid of the jokingness.
Are they splitting the money they're making off extra ticket sales?
I don't know what they're doing, and I don't care about that money, to be very honest with you. I don't want them to play in the San Siro anymore. I like the fairy tale. It's cool. But imagine, if I would have told you at the beginning of the year there was going to be a team wearing a black and blue jersey playing Champions League in the San Siro, would you have thought it would be Atalanta?
Got a point there. Got a point. Simon has a great question, but Simon, I think we're going to keep this for when they're going to be off, because he asked, with 2020 around the corner, what are your Milan brioche and indigestions of the decade?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good one. And you know what? We might have to ask the fans to maybe give us a sort of a poll.
Give us some choices.
Yeah, Simon, I like this one because President said he wanted to give us the time off, but we don't take no time off. Even when the winter break is going to go on, we're still gonna record. What do we have over here? Steve, Atalanta makes me sick. They're playing in our ground. Fuck Atalanta. They got in because of that biscotto they made with Rubentus in the second last game of the season. Pasquale, one black and blue jersey at San Siro is bad enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And you know what, guys? I don't want to be someone who's against Serie A and against Calcio. It's just now the dancing and everything.
It's
and
no, you know what? No, Steve, stop there. Stop there. I'm fed up of this. You have to go for the Italian teams. I'm fed up. Let me tell you one thing for sure to everybody, right? When Milan lost 3-0 to 3-3 against Liverpool, the Juventus fans and Interista fans come and say, I feel bad for you. Oh, they were all laughing. And everybody's like this. I don't want to support anybody else than not my beloved Milan. Enough. Andiamo con l'Italiano. Andiamo con l'Italiano. Screw that. Me, it's Milan and that's it. And if nobody can understand that, you're all entitled to your own opinions. I'm fed up with this. We have to go for the Italians. I'm sure all the English fans of Liverpool, let's go Arsenal. No, they don't do that. Enough. Next question.
Mission accomplished.
Medzi, hello guys, and don't worry, I spoke with Benacer and gave him a shit about the guy that goal he missed. But when you look at this team and be realistic, what you think is missing on and off the pitch, on the field for this team to become top 4 in Serie A and at least in the short term? A lot is missing, Medzi.
We need a left winger. We need another striker. And I have to say that we need another midfielder.
Definitely. Sorry, guys, I lost my cool over there.
And I would add, we might need a center back. If I would go in order,
Center back.
We don't have all the money in the world. If I would have to choose, I would address the left wing position first.
Mm-hmm.
I would get another midfielder too. And I would get striker 3. The center back, I think I could live with it. Because I think, and I'm 100% convinced, if you fix the midfield, you fix the center back.
And Duarte had shown some sort of...
and even the midfield. Like, I would like to see Krunic get a start every once in a while. Kessie, I don't know what's wrong with Kessie. Kessie from last year, we wouldn't be talking about needing another midfielder. Kessie this year, it looks like we need more. Krunic... something needs to give.
It's somebody I mentioned about because they let Bakayoko go. But guys, Kessie was great before Bakayoko, so I'm sure...
Kessie was not great because of Bakayoko.
No, they complemented well each other, But what do we got over here? Yes, first time I see Vinny get mad. But this is Gigi La Patata 1. I think he's got multiple
aliases.
Left wing, please. As Zlatan is getting on my nerves, he's not bigger than AC Milan. The thing is that Jay-Z, he thinks he's bigger than everybody else in this world. And right now they're playing. If I cannot be mad at Ibra because I keep on saying on this podcast that it's become a business. Soccer has become a business, and he's reacting as a business. Supposedly he doesn't want the 6 month plus promise of Champions League for him to sign the other year. He wants guaranteed money for a year and a half. I think it's that whole contract thing. Raiola obviously is behind that, but Ibra is still Ibra, and if he thinks he's gonna get what he's gonna get, right?
I don't understand the 6 months plus the Champions League stuff. That's Mickey Mouse negotiating. Raiola's never gonna sit with that. Are we becoming Raiola dependent? That's the problem that I'm scared of. He has Donnarumma, Romagnoli, Suso. He's gonna have Zlatan.
Yeah.
Does he have Calabria too?
I think so.
Anyways, he has like 4 or 5 of our players.
We're giving him a lot of power.
We're giving him a lot of power now. And the thing is that I don't mind the Zlatan, but I told you, I would give him the year and a half. I would give him the year and a half because it shows that you're in it and you're serious. The 6 plus the Champions League.
I don't understand where it comes from.
Where that's coming from.
I don't know if they're trying to validate a 6 million
Bonaventura too, Gigi Lapata. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if it's to validate all, but if we make Europe, we're gonna have more money to pay for him. I don't know. It has to do with financial fair play. I'm not gonna pretend I know because they don't discuss these kind of things. James Fricano, with a little help, do you think we can still make top 4? That being said, who are your top 3 prospects for this to happen? Top 4, I think it's still a far cry. Europe, possibly. Top 3 prospects, as in prospects, even though he's a bit older, you will go with what? Bonaventura, Hernandez as your top prospect. But I don't think we've seen enough of Leao to say he's a top prospect because he's been hot and cold, right? So
no. So for me, I look at it this way: the only prospect that we have is Hernandez. We're gonna take out Donnarumma from the equation.
Conte, if it's 5 games now straight.
Well, but Conte is a prospect. He's injury prone, right?
Yeah.
So we every day and every game that I watch of Milan and I see Conte, and I've been a fan of his from when we signed him. I enjoy that offensive and I enjoy that commitment, and I knew that he had it in him. But every challenge, I cringe. Every awkward maneuver that he does, I cringe. Because he's very injury prone. It's 2 times that I don't wish him ill will.
No.
But let's face it, you cannot say that a prospect. Romagnoli, are we going to call him a prospect? I think he would fetch a lot of money in the transfer window. But he's got to give more. He's got to get to that next level. I don't think he's getting to that next level. I think he's stagnant and he's at where he's at, and I'm afraid that he's getting comfortable, but he needs to take it to another level, both on the captaincy and on the field. Piatek, I don't know what's going on with him. Leao, so far this project of bringing in young players for eventual upbringing and growth and prosperity to sell, Hernandez is the only one.
Yes.
Because Paqueta hasn't shown enough. Leao hasn't shown enough.
Not enough.
Benacer hasn't shown enough, which he's been playing well, but hasn't shown enough, in my opinion. Krunic, the same thing. So, and the swap of Silva, Rebic hasn't been very good as well. So, guys, we've suffered a lot in the Mercato.
Yeah.
The past moves and the moves that have been done now haven't besides Hernandez, you're not saying, wow, we blew everybody out of the water. We reinvented the wheel. No.
VJ wants to know advice to Pioli on giving Leao more playing time if you could. What would be the advice? The advice would be, Mr. Padre Pioli, who was the most impressive in the short time that he was at? Would you not like to, reward the kid, or maybe start him on the wing? Steve, advice to him?
Advice to who?
To Pioli.
To do what?
On giving Leao more playing time.
I would give him a start. I would give him. You need to light some fire under Piatek's butt.
Yeah,
his ass needs to burn. He cannot say every day that he's guaranteed the starting spot. You have to make him think.
It's 2 games that Piontek's been playing somewhat better. It's been 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks have been the Ibra talks have been going. Maybe that's lighting up. I don't know. Chris Torano, I'm glad to see Piontek improving. Yesterday, he linked up well with his teammates. He had chances to score from corners, and it shows his desire and confidence is returning. I think the links to a new striker would have lit a fire under him, and I hope it continues. We're thinking on the same one there, Chris, and hoping it continues, emphasizing on hoping it continues.
Hoping it continues, yes, but we need to score goals. He's got to hit the onion bag. If he doesn't hit the onion bag, we can have all the chances. People don't collect stats on how many chances that he got. They collect stats on how many goals he got.
Yasin says, love your work, guys. It's so hard to find people who share the same passion for Milan in India, where everybody watches the Premier League. Well, we're glad you found this. At 38, it's like his last. It's his last contract. Give him 100%. The year and a half. Yeah, 100%. That's what we're saying. Don't forget that Raiola now has Romagnoli as well. That hurts the most, other than Gigio. Next game, Borini as left back. Yes, JC. Yes. Why do we have Paqueta, Leao, Rebic, Castillejo, Krunic if we just want to play Çalhanoğlu and Suso? That's very good.
I agree. He has to find a way to light the fire underneath these players' asses. The 3 main guys, Cianalobulu, Suso, and Piatek. He's got to ruffle their feathers. Pioli has to have the balls to ruffle their feathers.
But he
Piatek, Leao.
So Suso, he benched him that one game.
Yeah.
Why hasn't he benched
Bench him
Lanoglu?
again. I don't know. Bench Cianalobulu again. It's not working. It's not working.
He's got to do something. Eddie Milanista. How many times will Tommy say cadaver on tonight's podcast? My guess is enough to break a record. Well, he said it a couple of times. Trash Boat. What a name.
Trash boat.
It's time to admit that Paqueta and Kessie are not who we thought they would become. We could cash in on them when the chances arrives, possibly this January. You know, Trash
I'm
Boat.
interested to see a trash boat, but who are you going to bring in?
That's the thing. I don't think they will bring in anybody.
But that's the risk. That's the risk that you play with a team like Milan where we're financially tight.
And then we go back to the same conversation we had last week, Steve, is that if you want to do even Europa League to a certain extent, you're going to go with who? You need some sort of team.
This summer, but guys, to be very honest with you, again, unpopular opinion. I do not have the confidence in this team to make fourth spot. I was really excited at the beginning of the year, and for just some stupid reason, and I don't know what it is, these first 17 games, are we at 17 games now?
Mm-hmm.
There's a Giornata 18-19 coming up, right? These first 17 games, the whole Gianpaolo thing, just ultimate mistake, guys. And now, again, not being able to take control of this team. Cianalobulu on our great Milans would not even be holding a water bottle.
No.
He would not. They would not even put him in charge of filling up the water bottles. And not because he's not a good player. Because non è da Milan. Suso. They would have tied him. They would have tied his left leg to the back of his neck and made him kick multiple balls with his right foot because non è da Milan. Piatek, you don't score, you don't play. You don't score, you don't play.
Simple as that.
We can't afford to do that now because this Milan never had a plan. They never had a plan to move on. This is our plan to move on. Throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks.
Wait, Paisana, how's it going? What's going on? Eddie Milanista, he thought Paqueta played well, adding creativity and flair to the team, but his needless yellow card was an absolute table smasher for me. Milan needs the straights versus Atalanta, but now he can't play. What do you guys think of Paqueta? Well, we're just going to reintegrate from your word. We weren't big fans of his performance last game, but Steve, I think, really jotted down to say way too close to the defensive line. We need to have him like that if he does do a fantasia and a mistake, right, we have time to adjust.
You have to adjust. The guy has offensive upside.
Yeah.
Put him closer to the offensive side of the field. It's not complicated, guys. Well, sometimes I think these coaches overthink themselves. I get it. I'm not there. I don't see the tutto l'allenamento and the practices that they do in the sectors that they're in charge of. The Brazilians need to play. Paqueta needs to play. I said it on multiple podcasts. This guy needs to play. You're going to live and die by his mistakes. But if you keep on using him on and sporadically on and off, and he looks to the field.
We can learn to adjust.
He looks to the field, Vinny, and he sees Cianalobulu. Cianalobulu is this microphone. The only reason why Cianalobulu looks like this microphone, because his eyes, he looks like he has a red dot on his head. And he's ugly. He's ugly like the microphone. I'm going to be very honest with you. But besides that, microphone.
There is a red dot, guys. There is a red dot.
The microphone doesn't do more than what Cianalobulu does on the field. And the microphone is missing two key components to playing soccer. 2 feet.
Brian Johnson, how did we not score half a dozen? Yeah, forget the half a dozen. How about just one? Milan Amore Mio, hey guys, why can't we ever score on dead ball situations? Don't recall us scoring on a corner this year. No, we did not.
No.
As well as our free kicks, other than Suso's one goal, we can never score them. Is it our deliveries that are so poor, coaching, finishing? But you know what? It's been a while for.
I'll give you the mic to this, but I'm gonna lose my shit on this.
No, maybe people want to learn to lose your shit because we can't score off. I I don't know.
Guys, corners, they're not aggressive enough. Whether you like it or not, they're not aggressive.
We just seem to. Romagnoli's always there. Seems to be always there.
Romagnoli's always there, but he always misses the ball. You're going to bring in your center backs to the corner kick. You better make 100% sure that someone gets a head on it or it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah.
You cannot lose the ball on a corner kick because they're going to come straight back up your ass on a contropied. That's number one. Number two, it would be nice if someone could take a corner who beats the first man on the post. It's a goddamn double A. First thing that they tell you, when you take a corner, make sure you beat that guy at the first post. You just got to whip it in, guys. The harder, the better. It's going to hit something. We're not even dangerous. There's not even coaching, guys. It's just a boop, boop. Remember when Honda used to take a corner? He invented new angles. Chanalobo takes corners. He invents new angles. I'm not going to talk about free kicks because free kicks, you feel like smashing everything. Chanalobo comes in as the free kick master. YouTube videos people were sending me YouTube videos. He's hitting them for like 90 yards out. He's the next coming of Jesus on free kicks. He's not even dangerous, guys.
So
Suso's dangerous, but he's only good on one side of the pitch.
That's true.
And then we have no one else. No one. Maybe Paquetá could take a free kick. Do they even practice free kicks? Do they even know if there's anybody but Chanalobulu and Suso who could actually strike a ball? I would pay top dollar to be able to take one free kick in a game. Top dollar. I bet you I would be more dangerous than Chanalobulu.
You know that Pasquale is the president of Milan Club Toronto.
Yeah, he's the vice-president.
Yeah, no, I think he's president.
Vice-president, no?
They're both vice-president.
I think so. Vice and vice. Pasqua Mariz, tell us what you guys are.
Mamma mia, I'm gonna.
Comments, so
what do we have over there? No, I think we're over there. No,
well, we had that.
We're there.
Gigi Lapatat wants me to be direttore sportivo of Milan. Very good, Gigi. Me and you were friends.
Parametra zero per tutti quanti.
I would redo this team.
Suso analysis was epic. Paquetá was overplayed. Yeah, Piontek and Paquetá this year versus last year. What happened? You tell us, buddy. I think we could play him closer to the opposition goal rather than our goal and can shine. Pasquale, financial fair play is a big problem. They have to play some of these people hoping that they have decent and find someone and buy them to buy them. Let's be serious. What we think is that Milan is much different than our reality. Yeah, 100%. But, in the end, Maria thinks Steve is my long lost brother. Pella Madonna, what a bidona that guy is. Honda. But, Honda, at least, it was okay. He wanted to learn Italian the first day he was there. And, he didn't need to tweet out Milan when they were doing bad. I'll come back and worry about it.
For sure. You want to give himself for free.
What else? I'm going to piss my pants. All right. Glad we're entertaining, guys. Sell Donnarumma and get to the Sassuolo keeper. No kidding. I'm saying the Buffon in his prime. One is prime minister, one is president. Sabrina, grazie.
Nice.
So co-president.
But guys, going back to Pasquale's comment, financial fair play is a big problem for us.
I think
we cannot buy ourselves out of problems.
I think people don't seem to realize or wanting to believe all this financial fair play kind of thing. And you know what? Maybe the fact that they let us play, in Europe, and then we said, okay, we'll take the sanction, and it got overturned. And
maybe we should have took the sanction 2 years in a row.
Maybe we should have.
But the thing is, taking the sanction is one thing. Taking the sanction without a plan is something else. And taking the sanction with a plan is what we needed to do. But we took the sanction, and again, with no plan. This is my personal opinion. I don't know what they were trying to address in purchasing the players that they purchased. If Gianpaolo wasn't going to be the man, or if Gianpaolo was the man, but was hesitant to use them. So I'm a bit confused of that. Now with Pioli, he has these players. I get it. He's a coach that he wants to keep his job. This is his audition here.
Yeah.
This is his audition. So whatever's been working, he's gonna go with it till he dies. This week he's gonna have to make some changes. I'm just curious to see what those changes are gonna be, but I'm pessimistic because I think I know what those changes are gonna be, and it's gonna be 1A for 1B.
AC mid-table. I'm all about VAR and refs doing things clearly by the book, but how is it a clear and obvious error if the ref has to review the footage for 10 minutes before making a decision?
It's very bad.
We would like to have the official rule book of the VAR, but it just seems like yesterday, especially, what was it, 5 yellow cards in the first half or something like that? 4 yellow cards in the first half, and that whole thing with Kessie, I could understand it touched his arm, but it did not deflect the ball out of the course that it was going to go at. But then, there was a kind of a handball on Sassuolo's side. Then there was Benacer that took down another player. I think he took down Berardi in the box, which seemed to me like a penalty, but just a horrible. But the VAR didn't stop those goals from the post going in, and Benacer, that open net.
Yeah, frustrating though that we're still, again, almost 2 years and a half in with this VAR, and they still can't get it right. That's the most frustrating part.
Leave it to Serie A to be the one league with the most controversies. We bring in a video assistant referee, and we're still with the most controversies. And last but not least, Lenny just wanted to know, dear Steve and Vinny, I have a question for tomorrow's podcast. Do you believe in Christmas miracles? He's very.
He thinks that we're gonna go to if Milan can make it to the Champions League. That's my interpretation of that, and I could say I do not believe in that Christmas miracle because I think we're just too far back, and depending on what they do, we'll be able to catch up, but not enough to get to fourth spot.
Brioche time. Let's go with indigestion. Your indigestion of the week, Steve. Anything comes to mind?
I don't know what's going on with Serie A. Serie A needs to go to whoever takes care of their PR and social media and anything to do with any touchy subject, whether it be the food at the stadiums, whether it be the condition of the stadiums, where you're building stadiums, what's going to the newspaper, what's not going to the newspaper. And this person, I'm sorry, I do not want anybody to lose their job, but this person needs to lose their job. Because today, Serie A came out with their fight against racism. So they contracted this person. If I read the article correctly, please, people, correct me if I'm wrong. We have this problem with racism in Italy where I'm going to have to say it on the podcast. For some reason, they make monkey noises. What does Serie A do to come out to combat this? They come out with posters of monkeys that say, we are all the same, no to racism. No. Like, I get what you're trying to do, but it's not the time. Just something simple would have been a whole lot better than this. So basically, social media went ballistic today, and the league looks like worse than a double-A team. And I don't even know how they're going to get out of this. The story from the painter, the poor guy, he had to explain himself. The league doesn't even know what to say anymore. And instead of fighting racism, they made a mockery of it.
Are you surprised?
I'm surprised because this is
of all Serie A has been going through.
But this is almost a corporation. There's some I hope intelligent people behind this Serie A.
Steve, if Serie A cannot do anything when an own president and club owner tells that his player's problem is that he's too dark and he's trying to lighten up.
Guys, this is a problem that Serie A is not in touch with the 20th century. And unfortunately, that's what it is. This is where we are in the 20th century. You cannot do things like this. It was embarrassing. It was a sham. I don't even want to talk about it, but it got me so frustrated to see the league not think things through before they try to do something good. They wanted to do something good, and it ended up blowing up in their face because they're not in touch with the 20th century and the fans and the people that watch their league. That's my indigestion.
My indigestion has to go to Napoli, guys. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm not taking anything away from Gattuso, but De Laurentiis has probably lost his mind. I know they got fired after qualifying for Champions League, but to get rid of a guy like Ancelotti to get a replaced by Gattuso, anyways, he must have his reasons. But the more and more we would talk throughout the year, Steve, is that Berlusconi was crazy and Lotito is a bit crazier. De Laurentiis is up there. He's a bit special.
You know what? I don't even give him crazy. Because
Delusional.
No, not even that. I think he thinks that this is. He's kind of like that Jerry Jones. You don't know Jerry Jones, but he's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
He's like Vince McMahon.
It's kind of like Vince McMahon. He wants to control. His ego is so big that he decided to blame the coach for their poor performance. Instead of looking in the mirror and saying he started this retreat. The owner is not supposed to start the retreat. The coach is supposed to start the retreat, by the way. And then when the players lost their shit, he decided to fine them. He decided to fine them, not Ancelotti. Yes, Naples was underperforming. I agree. They needed something, but they did not need a coaching change. He needed to go on the wallet, and he needed to spend. He needed to spend to address certain areas of Napoli's game where they were suffering. But now you got rid of Ancelotti, and you know what? I wish Gattuso luck.
Yeah, of course.
But this is not an easy task for Gattuso. Because, hey, Naples, what happened to you? You drew Messi. And I refer to Barcelona as Messi. Because Barcelona is Messi.
That's about it.
But whether Messi is in top form or not, I think Barcelona will pass. It will be a tough time for Naples. It will be a fantastic atmosphere at the São Paulo.
Yep.
Messi, Maradona, going back to Naples. All of Naples thinks that Messi is going to Naples next year.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah. And last but not least, guys, our Brioshki would definitely have to go again to David Colasurdo, the organizer. We gave him the Brioshki of the year, but a special shout out to him as well for organizing the Toy and Food Drive. I know we had the CBC there yesterday. We had the actual CEO of the Toy and Food Drive. We had Tony Marinaro doing his live thing. We had our what's that radio station? iHeart Radio is just to see the beauty and the good in people, and we'll come together for a good cause. And we're not trying to say that we're saints or anything like that, but it's a great feeling. And the shout outs again to guys like Lenny that do this kind of stuff like all year round. So Brioshki to him. And that's about it, guys. So we'll see maybe you guys from Montreal at 6:30 in the morning at Chicharo's next Sunday. I'll probably be there. And for people on YouTube, stay tuned because it's going to be Milan Weekly Podcast After Dark. Ovunque e sempre.
Forza Milan.
Ciao. All right. What is he saying there, Frank? What was he writing? Not another bottle of water.
Yes, please.
Ask him, guys, how was the video quality?
Vince wants to know how was the video
They
quality.
can hear me.
Yeah.
It's good.
I have no idea.
Oh, you're still...
Edwin says it was excellent.
And Edwin, you're talking to us about from California, correct? No lag whatsoever. Has a scumbag like Tomas Gravino, who was robbing a small... What is he talking about? Quality was excellent, fantastic.
Good to know, people.
Video quality pretty good. You paid your hydro bill. No, we're getting a credit. Didn't you see? Did you get the letter?
$60.
You're getting $60 back.
No, I don't know. I thought it was $60.
No, everybody's getting their own. Yes, here in Quebec, guys, Hydro Quebec has decided. Well, the government said you've been You've been charging people too expensive. We're going to give you some money back.
You were robbing them blind, so we'll give you a tenth of what you were robbing them.
Little to no lag. Maritz, how are you getting a bit of lag? Frank says it's excellent.
Maritz, because he doesn't have the presidential internet. Maritz is on dial-up for sure.
He's on dial-up.
Yeah.
Good times. We're gonna have to tell Marcello to let Maurizio know how to benefit from presidential internet at a jester price.
Price.
$14.99, something like that. Sorry, guys, trying to do this upload and listen to see if you have questions or. But thank you for watching. Always. So it seems that the quality's been better. I don't know if it's the lighting. Do you think Milan can buy in January other than 30-year-old Tyson?
Oh, no, not Tyson, guys.
No.
Oh, my God.
Please. I don't know. Left wing. Get the ashtray, please. Tyson, as a who's available? Emerson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, that I heard, yeah. Jay-Z says we're lagging like Kessie. Was it bad from Jay-Z's from where? El Salvador, I believe.
Don't know.
Can you at least see if they ask us some questions? Maybe we're not entertaining as much at After Dark. We're drinking, smoking.
No lag.
Anthony. By the way, guys, whoever's on the chat so far, Anthony, congratulations. What's the position Presidente gave him?
Consigliere numero uno.
Consigliere. So I'm the what? No, I'm not the treasurer. I can't be trusted with money.
Assistant to the traveling secretary.
You're VP. I'm assistant to the traveling secretary. Just like now. No, I know it was
transferring
like
a foul.
Yeah.
Guys.
Draxler can play.
Draxler's not going to come play here. Plus, Germans don't do good in Italy.
Is trolling your internet because you guys are smoking. You know what? You want to call him? Should we call President?
No. It's too late. No.
9:00. Well, he called us last time, no?
No. He's going to be mad. He's probably Gigi La Patata. He knows what's going on already.
So that means he would have donated twice?
Maybe. You never know.
No, but I'm convinced Gigi La Patata told us who he was at the beginning.
And that's it, folks.
And that's it. Guys, just out of curiosity, the podcast, I don't know if you guys actually downloaded, but where would you say you downloaded from? You know, was it more Spotify? Is it more, what's the Apple one? iTunes? Apple Music?
Sabrina.
Thought of trying
bring
to
another Interista in to this Milan.
Like a Boga who was destroying Conti. They say go after Berardi.
I agree with Frank.
Yeah, Domenico
problem with
Berardi
that.
to play on the wing.
I have no problem with Berardi.
He's Calabrese from Reg. iTunes. Intermerda, obviously. No, when was the last time we got actual reviews? But you guys, it's been constant now. Like I think always averaging between 1,300 and 1,500 views and listens. Boga of Sassuolo.
Yeah.
But then, guys, who have to go by has to be cheap. Huh? Has to be on the cheap. Caldara over Musacchio.
I would like to see that.
Are we ever gonna see him?
I don't know. He played the 2 games with the Primavera.
The Primavera. We'll see. Boga is owned by Chelsea, so it'll be.
But I think he left Chelsea, Sabrina. I was seeing today that I was seeing this weekend that he said he had made a good choice to leave Chelsea. Now I don't know if he meant leave, and they sent him out on loan, or leave.
But isn't that
that he's completely gone?
Every Chelsea player.
Chelsea owns everybody on loan.
What else do we have? I really like the young kid from Fiorentina. In Fiorentina, what did they do? They did 1-1 with the Inter, right?
With Inter, yeah. Fiorentina have Castrovilla, very nice little young player too.
And they still haven't fired. Montella, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Anyways, guys, once again, you guys are awesome. Always listening in. I think we'll buy just a runner athlete.
Better, yeah.
Yeah, most probably somebody on the cheap. And did you see even Monza's first place in
Monza won Zebra.
Monza won Zebra? Yeah, he's gonna go play in Serie C.
That would be classic.
Anyways, all right, guys. So I think we're gonna call it a night. What do we have here? Teams has been more consistent. Pioli, hopefully it continues, and some of these kids show us something for the future.
I hope.
You know what? I think it all starts this Sunday, Pat. Speriamo that they, let's be realistic. We're playing at Atalanta, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to be still on their high from drawing, it's easy to say an easy team there, but it looks like Champions League, everybody's equal, other than Napoli versus Barcelona being outclassed, but other than that.
No, but I think Napoli could give them a run.
Give them a run, yeah, but we'll see. If Inter couldn't even beat the B team of Barcelona,
yeah,
and that's it. Did Ancelotti sign whatever? I think
it seems like it's done.
It seems like it's done. Everything was in the works over there. They're filing out the papers.
At least he won't sub Moise Keane in and then sub him out after 18 minutes.
Yeah, you know what, Edwin? We all hate that. We all hate that we have to be nervous on Sunday, but. What do you want to do? It's unfortunately the last 8 years. That's what the Milan has been doing to us. But we never turn our backs. We never change teams. This is our colors, and that's it.
Have a good night, everybody.
Nella gioia nel dolore, guys.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan. Ciao. Thank you all again. Buonasera.